Yo, what is up, Chad? How are we doing tonight? We are here again with another edition of B&L Tonight. You already know what it is. We are always here with our main man, Chad Kenney, and tonight we have our very special guest, JERICHO, in the building. Yeah! Say what's up, man. Chad, how are you? Who are you? What's going on?
All right. Welcome to Brownies Lemonade tonight. It is I, your boy, Chad Kenney. How is it going? Chat, how we doing? As Alex says, Tucker, Ramon Pang with that tier 1. We in here. We absolutely in here. What's up, Jess? What's up, Just Incredible? NIGHTMODE B&L collab. You damn right. What's up, MILF? What's up, everyone in the chat? This is going to be moving fast. I got to get used to this. We're not used to having such a celebrity on the talk show. JERICHO, of course, is who I'm talking about, and he will be coming up in just a second. But before I get to that, got to introduce my co-host, Evan, all caps.
Hi, Chad.
Hi, Evan. How are you?
Fighting the good fight. You know me, man.
That's great. And there were some good fights to be fought?
Oh, very good fights to be fought. You know, very good fights.
Tell me about it.
Oh, so actually, we were here yesterday. We were on Twitch, and my homeboy he was in a motorcycle accident and fucking broke his back.
Oh, shit.
And you know, we did a fundraiser and we hit the goal of 150K yesterday. Shout out to Logic and D-Smoke and Childish Gambino and the whole squad that came out and celebrated with us. It was pretty awesome. That
was awesome for the homie Quooty and Childish Gambino, Logic, D-Smoke. I mean, could we just get the table scraps of some of those guests on this show? Man. Evan,
I'll put in a good word.
Okay. Maybe we'll just get like a pre-taped clip of Donald Glover that we can talk to. But that was a great cause, Evan. Super nice that, happy we use the studio for something actually meaningful other than this play dress-up talk show that we do here. What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone in the chat? How are we doing? Let's show the chat real quick. Yeah, we got, Dashstar VIP is hot. That is true. Tom Kills Jerry in here. We do this every other Monday here on the Twitch channel. What we like to do is interview people that we absolutely love, and Tucker is, of course, one of those people, and we have a good time doing it. Let's go ahead and get into the news, though. The Rolling Loud Music Festival returned to Miami this past weekend, originally announced with headliners Ye, Future, and Kendrick Lamar. The 3-day hip-hop festival has emerged as the premier hip-hop and rap festival in the US in recent years. Now, I'm not much of a festival goer these days, but I did throw my own weekend rager called strolling quietly to CVS Pharmacy to pick up my arthritis medication. I'm old. That is the joke. He booed me before it was over. I knew it was a stinker. You knew it was coming. They're all, trust me, there aren't any that smell good, Tucker. Okay. All right. Yes, so you guys are getting the gist of where this is going, of course. Evan, Rolling Loud. Would you like to come to Rolling Loud or Strolling Quiet?
I'd probably rather go to Strolling Quiet, but arthritis already?
A lot of hand stuff. Just cracking. I don't know if you can hear that.
I got a lot of hand stuff too. I do a lot of hand stuff.
I bet. What's up, everyone in the chat? We in here. Studio audience sounds like a vibe. I know. Trust me. There's quite a vibe coming up. Yeah, I haven't been to Rolling Loud, but eventually I might cave. Who knows? CVS is always popping, though. Staying on the Rolling Loud topic, it featured some notable moments. Now, Future brought out Travis Scott for his first festival appearance since Astroworld, and Ye came out during Lil Durk's performance, even though he dropped out as a headliner only just a week prior. I'm sure they love that. In a less than stellar moment, though, Ye's replacement for headliner rapper Kid Cudi abruptly stormed off the stage after the rapper was pelted with water bottles by concert goers. Well, maybe they were just throwing water bottles because Kid Cudi was still heavily recycling material from his first album, and they wanted to do their part too. I mean, I know that Kid Cudi has released other music after the first album, but I don't think anyone's heard it. So, have you heard it, Evan?
You weren't jamming the Inda Cudi?
Tom Kills Jerry says he's soft for that. You know what? I love Kid Cudi. I was just surprised that there's like still 17-year-old white kids at Coachella in 2019 whose like Pursuit of Happiness is still their anthem. So I mean, there's Sublime, you know, there's The Killers, and then Kid Cudi. It's like in the same, you know, I guess holy trinity, right? Of like Santa Barbara frat culture.
I don't know too much about that.
That's right. This is not the source I should be asking. Girl Jackie says, oh my God, Inda Cudi has to be a strain. Wherever there's money to be made, you know it has been had already. Let's keep it moving though. Another famous kid drew the trash fastballs of a crowd this past weekend when Kid Rock's concert in Minot, North Dakota was canceled right before he took the stage due to severe weather. Now, fans grew irate and began throwing beer cans and trash at concert workers and security after the weather announcements canceling the show. In their defense, however, it was just a standard ritual for a Kid Rock concert called the Rite of Trashage. So if you haven't been there before, you would absolutely know. You'd absolutely know that. Yeah, I get it. You don't have to boo me. Lifeline says 10 out of 1,000. So I mean, I didn't miss the mark that much. Redneck energy. I think I could say that, right? I'm half white. Evan, how you doing?
I'm a little confused by like the last two jokes, but I'm good.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, like redneck and Santa Barbara frat culture. I'm like, yo, what?
You ain't never been to Sturgis Motorcycle Rally? All right. Well, I'm just saying. If you want to see Smash Mouth, that is one of their tour stops. Applaud that. What's going on, chat? We're warming it up right here. We do have Tucker here. He will be here, but we got to get through this portion, guys. This was a state mandated thing. I had to do a certain amount of jokes, or else they weren't going to give me a show. I have not done a joke yet, so when we eventually get to a few, then maybe we'll switch over. Staying in the live events world, though, Nickelodeon has announced NickFest, a family-friendly music festival coming this fall to Rose Bowl Stadium in Pasadena. The two-day concert will feature performances from The Kid Laroi, San Holo, shout out San Holo, we just hung out with him, LP Giobbi, and 24 Karat Golden, to name a few from the lineup. However, headliner Dora the Explorer has pulled out of the festival after creative differences with Boots the Monkey. So, yeah, I know. Just Incredible says, wow, just in the nick of time. Got it. You should be at NickFest and the kids' comedy stage with you and the Wiggles. They can't afford the Wiggles. So the reports are coming out that the U.S. festival market is in not a good place, and then we get NickFest. What do you think about that?
Man, crazy. Wild.
I know that you just want the Nick at Night festival, though.
I am quite partial to Nick at Night.
George Lopez, B2B Friends.
No,
B2B.
I'm old school.
Oh, old school Nick at Night.
I need I
like,
Dream of Jeannie. I need,
like
you know
Lucy,
what I'm saying? Lucy, yeah. Stuff before my time. The
Andy
Munsters.
Griffith.
Andy Griffith, yeah, good old racism.
Dank says cringe in the best way. Well, I'm glad that I've elicited that response. Strong Bad says, Boots the Monkey about to launch a solo. The solo Boots the Monkey tour coming to a 300 cap venue near you. A recent study has found that 80% of live music fans in the US believe attending a live show by yourself sounds like a more enjoyable experience. Bands in town also found an uptick in solo concert going in comparison to before the pandemic, with 70% of respondents saying they attended a show alone in the past 12 months. Those responses, however, didn't include a very important plus one, ketamine. So, Tucker liked that one. That was a genuine joke right there, and we had to reuse the image from last week because that guy is loving it. He's loving life. Swiper be swiping money, keep falling, dat boy, big boots, here, dem foreign maps calling. Either song lyrics or you are just on a roll. Finally a good joke. Thank you, Just Incredible. Maven says, there we go, Chad, finally. Okay, wow, guys. All right, we get it. We get it, all right? I try. This week it was a one-man writing team, and that's me. And I don't even consider myself a full-grown man. I'm a man boy on the website where people play Fortnite. All right. Lastly, the Chainsmokers are aiming to make history in 2024 as they will become the first artist to perform in Earth's stratosphere in a pressurized capsule floating 20 miles above the Earth's surface. Now, that's not a joke. I'm telling you, that's the God's honest truth. The stunt is being made possible as part of an initiative by Worldview, an innovator in the emerging space tourism sector. Now, when asked why they chose the U.S. electronic music duo to perform, a Worldview spokesman said, quote, "We couldn't afford Daft Punk." So, I mean, let's just say, Evan, the bag would have been out of this world.
That's like one of the first references I've gotten tonight. Good one, Chad.
Just Incredible says, good thing no one will hear them. Come on, man. First my jokes and now the Chainsmokers. Who won't you come after? Is no white man safe? You missed out though, Evan. Hanging out in Santa Barbara is pretty tight.
I've been there for a couple of Halloweens.
Oh yeah, so you were on DP, Ivy, Del Playa, Isla Vista.
Yo, what?
Marley House. Tom Kills Jerry says, dancing astronaut, so damn literal. Mr. Snipe says, they're a Daft Punk cover artist. I mean, with the mask, it's almost the same thing. I know, but we like to be in on the scam. UCSB, that is correct. Well, that's all the time we had for these wonderful, wonderful jokes that you guys were just so excited about. Thank you so much. We have JERICHO coming up in just a second. There are going to be some topics that a lot of people won't touch in music, and we're going to go there. And also, I do want to say this in advance. If you guys subscribe to this channel and you jump in our Discord server, make sure your subscription and your Discord is connected in our server, because Tucker is going to be taking your calls live on air at the end of the show and giving you life advice. So if you subscribe to this channel, you're in our Discord, we're going to open it up for subscribers to call in. We're going to pick a few of you to talk to Tucker here live on air, and he will give you life advice that, you're going to do what you will with it. Anyway, that's coming up in just a second. We'll see you right then. All right, we're back. We're here.
We're here.
We did it. You can't reach your arm too far in that direction on this shot because it'll cut off. There you go. Perfect amount. You know, this is an illusion.
It's not. It's a very real one.
Oh, it's so real.
They have COVID, the COVID screen barrier here, so all of the staff don't get hit with my spittle. That's why it gets cut off. They don't want it. It's yeah. Anyways.
That's great. Well, Jericho, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Jericho, you can see the chat. Call you Tucker because that's what I know you as.
Yeah.
Tucker, welcome. This is a space to which you are pretty familiar. Not this studio, but this platform we're currently on.
Yeah, I've been here for like 13 years. I just had my 13-year anniversary on Twitch, and I'm tired. I'm old and I'm tired, you know?
Yeah. So you would have come to CVS with me on this past weekend.
Yeah, I would have definitely enjoyed it. They're opening a CVS, not to dox myself, within a block of my new home, and I looked at Kaylee in the eyes, and we saw the opening soon, and we gasped. I was like, whole milk is available within 5 minutes of my home now.
That is such a big deal, honestly. I'm a Welch's fruit snacks kind of bitch. But Tom Kills Jerry says that's not Y2J.
No, I get that often, you know, because I do have the Instagram handle Jericho.
Right.
He doesn't, and so I get tagged in his stuff all the time. Not for a lot of good reasons. He's very heavily right-leaning. So.
I'm sure, yeah. But you're no stranger to being polarizing, right?
Yeah, you know, I've been known to be a little alkaline, a little 9+ pH balance, you know?
HD Pickle says, no more running for shitty cooking when you go to CVS.
I don't think I can run anymore with my ankles.
But Seed says, you're drinking milk by itself for the whole milk?
No, it's disgusting. I only use milk, and every adult should do this. You're lactose intolerant or becoming lactose intolerant because you keep eating and drinking all this milk. Stop. Just use it to cook. You don't need to like have a glass every day. It's weird. So
we were sold as children on the Got Milk campaign.
Huge campaign.
And calcium in milk. Now, was that just a total scam?
Yes, it was literally all funded by the dairy milk farmers of America. It said it at the end. It said it at the end of every. Yeah, people talk about big pharma, big milk, dude. It's literally piss and pus-filled blood, titty liquid, and everybody's like, love that. It's not even. Ooh, gross. But it tastes great when it's made into cheese.
Dank says, lactose intolerant gang. Calcium is necessary, but milk bad. Cat milk is delicious. I don't care if I'm a sheep for it.
No, that's cool. Like I think that's fine. I just think that people get a little bit too possessive over it, and then they're just kind of like, they look at me like I'm the weird one because I'm not drinking like a literal 16 ounces. Like, dude, what baby is drinking? Like, the milk is for them, and they're not guzzling 16 ounces of purified milk from the tap. That's grody.
I mean, almond milk is kind of goated, though.
Almond milk's great, and it's completely different because there's nothing wrong with. There's no lactate in almond, oat milk, whatever.
I mean, you're from our era. I mean, we were sold on milk as kids, right?
Mm-hmm. Very much sold on milk as a kid, but I'm still trying to wrap around the almond having a nipple. Where is this milk coming from?
Well, you know, milk is more spiritual these days, right?
Milk is a vibe.
That's what my pastor told me. Oh, God.
A lot of oat milk and almond milk gang in the chat. Just have a product and attach the word gang to it, and you have yourself a...
Oatly, not to slander, but y'all marketing is bad. It's like things, they have a monopoly on LA billboards for like bus stops, and it's like, do I need a different kind of mouth to drink oat milk? Answer, no. And I'm like, thanks, Oatly. Wow, it's really engaging content.
Well, they're like, it's like dry, edgy, but like not threatening, because you can't be threatening.
Yeah.
So it's like even Liquid Death, like
they're good though.
But like they're non-threatening with their message, right? Like they have to craft a narrative that's like, no, we're trying to kill plastic.
Thirst. No, killing thirst.
And thirst, right? No, they're gonna murder your thirst, and by extension.
I don't know why people are so up in arms about oat milk and almond milk as a negative thing because it's not natural, and yet we were sucking down strawberry milk like it was what is strawberry milk? Your favorite Gatorade flavor is blue. That's a
true.
color.
That's
what
true.
does that even mean? Like
When the ice, but you gotta admit, when the ice Gatorades came out, the Frost.
Oh.
Right, Evan?
I love me some white cherries, yo.
Yeah.
Evan, by the way, your camera's looking good. It looks like J.J. Abrams came through this weekend and definitely put some lens flares. And yeah, you should have been in one of those Star Wars movies, except it would have ruined your career.
No,
He did Star Wars?
Yeah, he did two of
I
the
played
three.
Finn.
He did Star Trek and Star Wars. All right, well, that's not what we're going to talk to Tucker about because he clearly does not know anything
watch
about
Star
that.
Wars.
Real quick, you've been on Twitch for over 10 years, over 13 years?
Over 13 years. Please put respect on
Was there
my...
something exposed?
Yeah, just my nuts potentially. No, I'm just, it's a common problem that I may have.
Jose, we got to blur that in post.
Yeah, just, it's fine.
Four Colors X says, now
no.
he tries to pull the short
Look,
straw.
I have to have like an air of like, I don't know what's going on. And then when people come in, they're like, aha, can't see too much. It's fine, don't worry about it.
Guys, we knew that this was going to be obviously one of the best shows to date. This man always comes correct with the upper thigh exposed and plenty of slander for Big Milk.
Yeah, I hate
let's go ahead and pull up some topics, though. That's what we do here on the channel. He selected 10 topics that we thought would be a nice little mixture of both streaming and our love for music, B&L, Night Mode, all this stuff. So we're going to pull it up in polls right now. Evan, let's take a look at this right here. First of all, Free the Thigh, which I don't know if we need to talk about that because we already did that. Okay, here we go. Second is Didn't Get List. Shows that he actually bought tickets for. And then lastly, favorite Brownies and Lemonade set. I just know that Free the Thigh is a juggernaut here, but maybe one of these other ones stand a chance. Keep voting, please.
I mean, luckily, if time given, time allowing, we can always knock through it. Free the Thigh is always going to be a passionate one because I'm passionate about it.
Well, 5.5-inch inseam or riot, says HD Pickles.
That is a very, very bold way of saying 5-inch.
5.5 inseam.
It's probably one. Yeah, it's probably one of the. We'll wait, but it's probably one of those few times where you don't want the extra inches.
You don't, because that boy will be on a field trip.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
That boy will.
Well, when I used to have my fly used to be down in elementary school, someone would be like, "Oh, the hot dog stand's open," and I'd be like, "Come on!" I'm 9. I'm 9 years old.
Looks like the hot dog stand's open.
We still have a little bit more time to vote on this, guys.
Yeah, get your vote in there. I like seeing good activity.
JERICHO versus Fantano, thigh for thigh. Who you got?
Fantano is built like a barrel-chested individual. I can't. I lack the resolve and the physical characteristics of having fat, muscular thighs.
Oh man, this is great. Oh my God, Didn't Get List is on a roll right now. Let's pull that up real quick in the chat. It is getting real heated here, guys. Okay,
wait,
this is a huge Golden State Warriors third quarter right now. Okay, here we go. Oh no! Oh! Didn't Get List.
Wait, you guys pumping the numbers back there? I don't even know.
Yeah, we have 15 individual accounts across.
Yeah, you guys are logging in and logging out. No, that's good.
Didn't Get List. Oh wow. See, I think that we had enough discussion about the thigh.
No,
they're there. We're going to talk about them the whole show.
Yeah, the Free the Thigh is just a mentality of I don't think dudes should be ashamed of everybody. When I was growing up, the shorts had to be below the knee. Right? And it was kind of like, now I think there's a lot of pride in being proud and getting a little bit of vitamin D directly to your pasty whites.
That's what I'm saying. Justin Credible says Tucker has CVS thighs. A lot of whole milk.
It's not true. They're long and unnecessary is what they are.
String cheese then. Egg Queen says, we don't do leg day for nothing.
Yeah, I should
Be careful. Big Dairy is listening.
You're right.
I saw some of their ads. They're trying to come back.
Yeah.
Oatly is destroying their market share, as I've been told.
Finally.
So let's talk about, just in case you didn't know, Tucker and I are actual good friends in real life. We met through the love of music at Brownies Lemonade, nonetheless.
Yes, that is true.
And you have been one of the biggest proponents and patrons of our shows over the last 6+ years.
Been to many. I will be there. Apparently, you guys just announced a D&B&L again. While we're doing this, and nobody told me.
No. Well, we got a lot of stuff coming. We'll talk about it off camera. And
okay.
But we got some good stuff. Yes, you're not you're not wrong. And he's been to every D&B&L, so that is the real deal.
I know.
Eric the Jetpack says it's true.
Eric! The boy.
You actually met one of your closest friends, Cheney,
yes.
at one of our shows. Jose, do we have that?
Well, that's not true. I didn't meet her there, but
right.
this is, and you can see May in the background there.
Yep.
This is at the old Union, AKA Catch One now. Oh my God, this is, and our friend, so this was Vincent, and guy starts with an L and an A, I think, Andrew Luce. Andrew Luce, he was playing. I think maybe Crane was playing that. But yeah, that was like 2016. I was good friends with Rob and Cheney. They were living like a couple blocks down from my place, and that was our first like actual. I had been to Brownies before, but I had never been with an artist. I had never been, and so that was the first experience that I got to have with Cheney, being sweaty and gross. Mike and May, they had never really hung out with Cheney and them before, and we weren't even that close friends. So that photo is the start of Pesto Boys right there.
Give up, I'm Asian, says first time chat. Seeing Cray with so little tattoos is wild.
Yes, a lot of the earlier photos that we have, obviously we got the Pesto Boy tattoo, but see, like she had just the arm. Now this woman's got like, a tattoo of like sugar on her throat and whatever it is.
It's the ink Louvre.
Yeah.
All over there.
Yeah, and she's.
I love it though. I mean, she owns it. She's been very open about her, affinity for getting ink. But I don't see. I couldn't afford that. I gotta.
You can't afford the tattoo.
I can't afford that many tattoos.
They're expensive. I didn't know. This was actually her my birthday present this year, my 29th birthday. I always said that the only way I'm getting a tattoo is if you show up, and there's no way I can say no. So she showed up with a tattoo artist to my apartment. Great woman, does incredible work, and did a bunch of her work too. So I was fine with her just freehanding it. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah.
So obviously, in years since then, you became close with us. You started getting guest lists for a lot of these shows. So.
Right. Oh yeah. So which ones did I not pay for?
Well, let's hear about shows that you didn't pay for. Or in general, this goes beyond Brownies Lemonade.
Right.
You're in the electronic music world now.
I'm in the music world. I think that there's a lot to be told and discussed about the list shows that you go to. But like, I believe if you get lists, there's an obligation. You should just go and support the person that went out of their way to do that. That's just like being polite.
Right.
Who am I spending my money on? Rufus Du Sol. Every single time that, if I haven't seen him that year, I will go see Rufus Du Sol. Saw him at the Bank of California Stadium. They are incredible live. They had a fill-in drummer the other time that I saw him because I guess the do in Du Sol was sick, and so they had somebody else doing the do part. Crush it! Like they're just really good musicians. So I've been getting more into metal shows. So I saw All That Remains,
nice.
Their 15-year tour. I saw August Burns Red, Killswitch Engage, as well as Light the Torch. I'm a big Howard Jones fan. I grew up as a metal fan, so like I'm seeing Rammstein this September.
Wow.
Which is gonna be insane. I've wanted to see him for decades.
That's awesome. So we will see more of that headbanging.
Yes, you will. Okay. I will always try and go and spend money on experiences. So I was at Tomorrowland. I paid my way for that. There was no guest list. Totally worth it.
That's another topic that you might have to vote on. HD Pickle says, still jealous of that UO show.
Yeah, the Under Oath show was really cool. And I'm not a huge fan of Under Oath, but I was a big fan of Spirit Box, who are opening for them. And metal's got to be one of those things. Like I think with dance music, you have this idea of there's club shows, there's festivals, and you kind of have a different idea of when you arrive.
Right.
With metal shows, that thing is slammed from doors. You're there to see the opener because you don't know who the hell they are, or if you do, like metal is such a smaller community. Like Spirit Box, who has millions of streams, they're opening for an opener that's opening for the direct support. So it's really, really cool.
It is nice, I think that there is like a lot more. I mean, not to say that there isn't a like palpable community within electronic music, because of course there is, and there's pockets. But with metal, they do bring the true heads together. That's awesome that you're also a part of that, and because you work in music now, and when you work in music, sometimes it's stuff that I'm sure electronic music is still one of your number one, if not your number one,
Yeah, of course.
But being inundated with the business and all that stuff.
I love Charlotte the Witch. She is one of my all-time favorite. I love her show and the music that she puts out, and especially the lineup she curates. She has played like 14 times in LA in the last year. I did not need to go see her at Tomorrowland. And that's like a luxury of being here in LA. You get to see people so much, you're like, I don't need to see you again for a while.
Of course.
I will not take that for granted, but that's why, like, if I'm gonna spend money, probably gonna be outside of electronic music.
Yeah, I mean, you and I were lucky enough to be at the Dot Party a couple weeks back, and we got a chance to see Justice. Now, that was probably the 15th time I've seen Justice.
That was my second time I've gotten to see him live.
Okay.
And prior to that, I got to see them at the AMF Festival, and that was not a great festival for me personally.
Right. So this was the one.
So I mean, yeah.
But I mean, like, you were like literally this close.
A private, intimate experience, and thankfully, because I'm good friends with the production club crew. If you don't know, the Dot Party is dome projection mapping. Production Club's the crew that basically created the way that you can use multiple projectors to have these 3D mapping on the inside, and it's cool.
Right.
But in the middle, they have a rotating DJ sphere stage and Justice, these two old just legends just sitting there giving it to the crowd 5 feet from me. I'm just like, I'm literally here. I could slap them if I wanted to. And I'm like, I grew up listening to your music. It's so cool.
It's just one of those moments too.
Very
If they ever
special.
came around, and I wouldn't use any connections. I would buy those tickets again when they go on tour.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to go on tour again, but that was awesome.
It was special.
And shout out to Production Club Notch for putting together that dome, all those amazing visuals.
Always.
Yeah, I mean, that was really, so I like that about you. Going to things non-guest list, you got to do it right.
I heard you said that there was like 70% of people have been to a show for the first time, or not for the first time, but been to a show alone.
Yeah.
I go to shows. I mean, I went to half the Brownies shows alone. Like, I have no problem eating alone, going to shows alone. I get to go when I want, leave when I want, do what I want. It's so nice.
Going to shows alone is great because actually there was one year at Coachella where I remember we were with a group of people that were not the festival veterans, so to say, and just wasting time. Like, I want to go see music.
Yeah, the walk, like, spend more time walking between the stages or waiting for bathrooms or stuff. It makes me so mad.
Yeah.
Everybody's an adult.
We're just dilly-dallying, So I intentionally got lost in like a crowd. We're like in Sahara. It's like, oh God, we got separated. And then I literally just turned around and just walked out. And then I met up with them later. It was fine. They did their thing.
Everybody's okay, guys.
I made so many friends, including one guy from Chicago who texted me for 6 years later after that. And he went to go see us at Lollapalooza like multiple times.
Let's go.
Hey, that
That's what
was
I
awesome.
love. I love that.
Let's, Jackie, let's go ahead and pull up the next round of topics. But
yeah,
Tucker here supports music. You guys should support music too if you can. Live music,
in it
obviously.
for the culture. I promise you're gonna have more fun. You will have more experience. It's not to say that you won't be bored sometimes if you go to a show alone and you're just not vibing.
Right.
It's a great way for you to get over your own social anxiety because you don't have to talk to people if you don't want to.
No.
Like who cares?
No, it's great.
It's loud and nobody's gonna be like, hey man, what are you doing here? Like, it's same thing you are. Like, listening to music.
Come to a B&L show by yourself. I'm sure you met plenty of people. We met there.
Yes.
We met.
Totally.
And now we're here on this fake talk show. I do want to remind you guys, if you do feel generous and you want to subscribe, or you want to talk to Tucker in the last segment of the show, get some life advice in our Discord on call on this stream, please consider subscribing. It goes a long way so we can continue to put more buildings in this LA skyline here.
Yeah, you guys are actually, I can see my house from here.
Oh yeah, don't touch yourself.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Let's go to round 2 right here. Best gamer DJs, gamers who are actually good, DJs who are actually good at gaming and what games they're good at.
Yeah.
Night Mode before Night Mode, you were going to get all of the real background to the original concepts for Night Mode, the iterations, all that stuff. And then lastly, the best Chris in music.
I think this is so tough because all these are banger topics, all right? Deep down, nobody wants to know who the best Chris in music is, but everybody needs to discuss, all right?
There's so many good Chris's.
There's literally 1.5, but I will argue the rest of them because you forget a lot of Chris's, There's Lorenzo.
Now, do we
Chris
count
Lake.
Christians and?
Oh, we do.
Kristen?
You got Diamond Pistols Christian. You got Marshmallow. There's a lot of Chris's out there.
Manila
guys.
Killa.
Yeah.
Chris?
Oh my God.
What's so not Chris?
Right? Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Don't pick that topic.
That topic doesn't get that's That was a fill-in topic.
Chris Angel, agreed. Yeah, you're right. Pickles for sure. Chris Travis.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is.
Probably some
We just promoted someone's album.
I know.
Let's just go ahead and look at that poll one more time, Evan. And night mode before night mode is.
Hey, there's some W's in the. I mean, all of these are great. There's definitely.
I mean,
no
you picked them
negatives.
all. So
yeah, it's quite literally my choice. So, yeah. All right, get your votes.
Chris
in.
Angel, though. I mean, wow. You know, I got to tell you something. A good friend of mine and one of my best friends, Brian, and his friend, our friend Henry. They cosplayed as Chris Angel fans. By the way, Night Mode won. They cosplayed as Chris Angel fans and went to go see Chris Angel in Vegas, dressed up with like Affliction and trucker hats and a lot of.
He's a very serious and intense individual.
And they actually really enjoyed the show.
I think that he, unlike Kid Rock, Chris Angel gets a bad rep for being trashy and white. He's just white. All right, but Chris Rock, not Chris Rock. I meant that Kid Rock is trashy and white. No, Chris Angel is like, it's definitely, you're like, wow, Affliction and belt-bottom jeans and like the chain, like we're good here. But he's a good magician.
He also has a restaurant. If you guys were interested, go check out his restaurant. But anyway, Night Mode before Night Mode. Now, I don't know how much of this is on the record or public already.
Very little.
Yeah.
We got a C&D from Tiesto.
Oh, when you were initially starting the label.
We wanted to name, Night Mode was originally going to be called After Hours. Right? And so we wanted to, so I had the Twitter After Hours, which by the way, hard as shit to get. I had the URL After Hours, I had the Twitter, the Facebook, all that stuff, right? And so I'm literally on a call with Hex Cougars management trying to source our first season of releases.
Right.
And he's like, so what's going on here? And like, I'm new to pitching myself, our music, all that stuff. I'm like, we're DMCA free music, all this stuff. He's like, what's the label called? I'm like, After Hours. He's like, sick, like Tiesto's label? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, his label is literally titled After Hours. It's like AFTRS:HRS. And I was just like a little quiet and I was like, yeah, totally do that.
Tiesto wants a chat.
I was like, yeah.
It's obsidian.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, totally know that. So immediately hung up that phone and talked to our lawyer and he was like, because we had already submitted like a trademark request.
It's because so you weren't looking for the non-vowel spelling. I mean,
right,
come on.
God, and he doesn't release anything under it. I mean, he does, I guess, but whatever. So obviously that did not get cleared, and they were like, no, you can't be in the same like music area. So we changed it to Night Mode, and then we had a bunch of logos that I meant to send you that you could have thrown up of our awful drafted logos.
I actually like some of them. I don't know. You're a little hard.
You did see quite a few, but some of them look like the Steelers logo from like football, and like
Prince
a bunch
of Fool says, I remember the brainstorming streams to come up with a new name.
Yeah, I was like on stream going like, guys, what do we title this thing? Because I don't know, and we're launching we had music signed, like the label was launching,
right,
and we didn't have a name for it. You know how awful that was gonna be? So.
Well, I mean, Evan, this was something that you talked about with Gesture, JSTJR.
Yeah.
DJs hate vowels.
Abe.
It's, spelling has crippled our community for a long time, and this is no different.
Let's talk about Loud Pack with the V's and.
Well, the V is obviously an A. I mean,
right. Okay, but what about
Crane?
Crane? People were calling him Carney until you put the A back in because it was KRNE.
Card A.
Yeah, it's just. We really needed to, as a community, as trap enthusiasts, the V's, and that was fine, but. Yeah, I hated it. So. Night Mode, very glad that we got it now because there's not, now the only thing that happens is Indonesia loves to tag us. Indonesians love to @Night Mode, like as in like, hey, we just took a photo with Night Mode, great. And then Indonesians also love the name Jericho. There's a city over there named that, so I get tagged in that shit all the time.
Indonesia is like a hot market for you. This is great.
The Philippines and I guess Southeast Asia in general, but specifically the Philippines have like the most aggressive like online growth for gaming in the world. Like Brazil, it's like Brazil, Indonesia, Philippines, China. And you're like, oh,
Well,
Sick.
to be honest, like a lot of areas of the world are finally starting to have the access to the internet speeds, the technology.
Don't get it twisted. Southeast Asia has way better internet than the entirety of downtown LA. It's like, no, you'll play GeoGuessr and they'll plop you down. They've got like a corner store with 37 motorcycles out front, right? And they've got an ad on a foam pole, and it's 100 down, 100 up for 37 cents. And you're like, I don't understand where we went wrong. Like what? Like
we could rant about America too if we want to do that, but
yeah,
but someone was actually telling me, my friend who works for a major record label was telling me that the biggest emerging market right now is Africa, because they're finally getting like access to good streaming like Spotify in that market, and game changer.
It's all about a question of looking at who has the most people and where are the most people getting access to the internet. And India, there's a reason why T-Series in India exploded, right? You get billions of people and the whole lifeline is built around cell internet. Like, listen.
Seriously.
YouTube, baby.
Logan Williams says it makes your GeoGuessr skills better. Don't know about that. He's already quite a pro.
Only a gold.
Ramon says, I can't vouch for Philippines internet.
My man.
That's
Oh,
tough.
I meant to tell you, brother, I never got to tell him personally, but you did a great job with the mix down of the audio. We were talking about the audio for the Room
Knock
202.
Room 202.
Best live stream audio, and people in the chat can vouch. Best live stream audio we've had from ever. It was so good. Thank you. Yeah, you did so well.
Absolutely killed it. Perfect amount of crowd volume. Just incredible with 1,000 bits. I still think Tucker should have went with Shafter Hours.
Shafter Hours? No.
After his last name.
Yeah, we'll Shafter.
Oh my God.
I don't know if that would have been good, like doing like real conversations with Feed Me's team and be like, yeah, it's Shafter Hours. We're just rock
Shafter
hard.
Hours, well, maybe you can sign a Chainsmokers record. Well, do we want to talk a little bit more about Night Mode? Is there anything
there's not much more
that you want to share? I mean, you had a huge moment at EDC. Let's talk about that. You had a huge moment at EDC that was kind of a full circle moment. Now, I will say this because we're live on stream and I'm going to embarrass you, but you helped me so much with my streaming career. Tucker gave me a leftover PC, the parts of which that was sitting in his apartment, and he gladly gave it to me. And I started my way as a humble Tetris streamer with less than 5 viewers.
One of the best in the world, though. One of the best Tetris streamers in the world.
Gamer DJs, there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
But and now here we are. All these years later, we're live on Twitch. We've got all these amazing shows. And kind of similarly, the same year, 2019, you were at the art card that Brownies Lemonade did at EDC.
Yeah.
You just started Night Mode, all this great stuff. And we were thinking, this can be you one day. And sure enough,
couple years later,
you had the art car, and Rhino Bus was popping. Looked like just a sea of people there.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Pretty fun, because you guys had the Forest art car, and
well, let's remember that there were insane winds, and that thing almost blew the fuck
I know
over.
this was so in a similar vein, right? This EDC had insane winds too on the Friday and the Sunday, the most cold EDC I've been to, but that one. Main stage got shut down. Same with ours, but like main stage and everything. So, look, we set out to do the art car as a goal of the label, as like that would be a cool monument to hit. And so 2 years after starting it, to have that happen was pretty special. But like, also we had the art car outside Cosmic Meadow, and so Knock is playing, and you've got KX5, like the goated reunion of Cascade and Deadmau5 over there, and the crowd is like a quarter mile away from the stage, half a mile away, and it was still like, it was packed, it was perfect. I was like really, really thankful that people showed up for the art car.
There you are right there.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, this was when there was nobody there. This was at 5 p.m. I was there from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Those real car producer hours.
Yeah.
Rylan Got Soul says Knock 2 is better than KX5 at EDC. If you weren't there, you missed out.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, I firmly believe, you know how those cars are. There's only a couple speakers there, right? So no matter how hard you try, like there's only a certain amount of people that can fit there before you can't hear anything.
Right.
And so in my head, when we took that photo and I was out here like, that's crazy, I was thinking to myself like, all right, if we can just fill like the general dance space, like I'm gonna be stoked. Yeah. And like halfway through Cinemata playing, which was our second act out, it was as full as I had hoped, and I was like, oh my God. And then Slippy, one of our artists, notorious awful shuttles for artists, got lost. The artist shuttle. So
Damn.
He literally missed his entire set at no fault of his own. And so we had to like run up there and have Cinemata play for another 45 minutes. He wasn't prepared for and all this stuff. Frost top and everybody had
You
to get on.
should have just DJ'd.
Hey.
You are one of our favorite DJs.
Listen, I did not book anybody at the start or at the end of the art car because booking somebody to play 6 p.m. art car or 5 a.m. art car is pretty awful. I'm sorry, there's nobody there that is physically and mentally there. So I was like, oh, I could do that. And
that's where Jose and I play.
yeah, but that's where you get to have fun, right? And so if I had known and thought about this, sure, I would have played my clothes, but I'm not putting myself in them. Listen, it's our art car, but it's the artist thing.
This guy is not a narcissist. He did not create this this platform just to serve his own needs.
No, I would cringe so hard if I was
the
like,
Jericho EP isn't coming in a few weeks.
I am not Destructo. I will not bill myself and put myself at the front of my own festival.
You know what? To each their own, I guess. But, but you operate a different way. The way you do it is so great. Lastly, I will say, Dash Star, what a fucking weapon. You're most successful by streaming standards, but also
technically not. Well, not technically not. So it is definitely like what I think
up there. Is it close?
Yeah, it's our second most performing song.
Okay.
Yeah, One True God Addicted is our most streamed song.
Yes, One True God.
But
of course.
I mean, Dash Star and like
the cultural impact of Dash Star though is getting.
I compare it in my head. I don't think I've verbalized this, but it's like the gassed up of this right now, where I see a lot of the same DJs, Snakes playing it, Jaws is playing it. I mean, Gassed Up was their song, and Odd Mobs. But like, like really cool stuff to see people supporting him in that way. And also, I knew from the start that song was a banger, so it's such a great validation to be like 2 years late, because that song came out in 2020.
Yeah.
Right, and so it didn't even have it went through a full festival season with the COVID stuff before it started getting really rinsed again. So I'm just stoked to see the boy, like that whole group, and specifically like Richard he's one of the good ones, and cannot be more stoked for the VIP to come out.
I mean, we're gonna maybe play a little bit of that later. Jackie, please pull up another round. I mean, what we've been working on together with Knock 2 has been incredible with Room 202.
I mean, the Brownies, dude, the Room 202 show is so good to even like be able to record that. I mean, the footage that you guys provided, and obviously the mixing, but stuff, to be able to bring that to Twitch, and you guys have the live stream. If you guys missed it, you can watch it both on YouTube or on Apple Music. It is super,
we got it everywhere for you.
It's so worth the watch, because that crowd, not possible really without the Brownies and Lemonade zest. You know?
We come in there a little bit, add our spice to it. Let's jump into these topics real quick, Evan, if we could look at this. Things North American festivals need. Coming off of Tomorrowland, you got a lot of gears to grind with that.
So, bro, I'm scorched earth. I'm never getting invited. Look, we're underneath Insomniac, and I love them to death, but I'm never being allowed to like a Midwestern corn husker festival again. They're gonna be like, what do you mean Nebraska Con Fest isn't up to your standards? I'm like, oh no.
Worst moment on stream is just crushing right now.
Yeah,
what a juggernaut.
That one's always great. There's
and then best side project ever for DJs. That one is not going to get picked. I noticed. So let's talk about that real quick. I noticed that you had best side projects. What did you have on there? You had Side Piece.
I had Side Piece, right? Feed Me, right? And then I had Test Pilot, but I mean, I chose some generic ones. I think that there is a lot of side projects that people may listen to that they don't know that they have like other ulterior artists or projects that are even bigger than some other parts.
Make sure to keep voting too.
Yeah, keep voting. But like Iska is No Mana's like one of his little things that he hasn't made music with in a while, but he put out a track with Rez, and he had a bunch of like old SoundCloud demos, which are like, I'm to this day, I'm like, brother, please make music under this. Spore was who I got into, and then Feed Me came from that. And
we're seeing Jack U in here.
What do you mean a little Jack U? We're talking about the ones where you're like, damn, I didn't know.
RL Grime though, I was gonna tell you, is the greatest side project arguably.
RL Grime might be the greatest side project because Clockwork wasn't happening.
And Virtual Self.
Yeah, I am desperate and in need of more Virtual Self. He's doing Second Sky. He's going to be doing a virtual self thing, which is cool.
Yeah.
So how about you make some GD music, Porter? All right. Enough with the League of Legends bag. All right. Let's get some warehouse going.
He's getting spicy. That ranch water is starting to deplete, and it is imbuing in his whole. I love this.
Yeah.
A perfect time to talk about your worst moment or moments on stream.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been streaming for years. Like, probably you've logged enough time online to be at least a year or two, like live on camera. In minutes and hours, probably.
For sure. Well, I mean, that'd be actually a really good question.
Because I know that some people have like World of Warcraft accounts where they've literally played for like a year's worth of time.
Yeah, well, I know that I mean, I have 90 physical days played of Call of Duty 4, and that game came out 15 years ago. So like, I promise you, I have at least a year of video game time in there.
Right. Sure.
But so yeah, look, you get a decade of doing anything, you're gonna make a fool out of yourself. So I have.
Well, they gravitate towards chaos. That's why I knew this one was gonna get picked.
I know.
So
that's why I chose it. Well, this was your
idea.
I
told you that they're gonna want worst. You know, they want you to spell it all out. Let's see the you know.
Yeah, I think the one that's most notable is I famously tanked a multi-million-dollar McDonald's activation for the entirety of Twitch a couple years ago because they were like, man, look at this brand safe, very traditionally talented and very safe to work with individual, and I was like, yes, I will lead the charge. And so I in one of those Freudian slip things, and trust me, like this is one of those things where you make a mistake so bad that your defense is like, brother, you just have to understand, I just blacked out and I don't know. And if you think I did it intentionally, I don't have a rebuttal. And I walked over to my closet and I brought a box branded with Burger King. But it wasn't. It didn't say Burger King. It was just like a Whopper. And I sat down and I said, they sent me Whopper coins. Well, here's the thing. They were Big Mac coins. Right? They were 100 branded, gilded Big Mac coins, specifically made, limited edition, that are free to redeem forever at any McDonald's. You just walk in there. Now, I would not say I can't go to Gary, Indiana with one of these and show it to them, and they're gonna be like, oh, yes, sure. Like, right? But I sat down and I said, my Big Mac coins. And
your Whopper coins.
Right. Or, I mean, sorry, my Whopper coins.
Right.
Yeah. Awful.
You almost, see, if you made the mistake and said the right thing.
Yeah, everything.
Then it wouldn't be a story.
Yeah, so like, obviously I realized my mistake, started sweating. And I was like, oh my God, I put it back in, but I kept playing. So I was playing Super Smash Brothers. The whole thing was to order Uber Eats. And you order Uber Eats and whatever, and they come over. And so while I'm waiting for it to get delivered, my favorite character in Smash is Rob. Right? Love that little robot. You got me a little. I still have my little Rob guy.
Yeah, little Rob.
Anyways, Rob's got a red skin, and every time I chose him, I'd be like, Red Robin. Now, I've never been to Red Robin or have any idea what Red Robin is, but apparently it's a burger chain. So your boy name dropped 2 competitor burger chains in the premiere ad spot for McDonald's, and when I tell you they were not happy, I fully mean it. I have done 0 wrongs for this ad, for this fucking sales company, and I got my ear talked off, yelled at by people I didn't even know existed for so long.
Oh my God, that's like doing a stream for milk and mentioning Oatly and almond juice.
Yeah. It was so bad too, and it like was even worse too because it basically ended up with like people getting their own sponsorships rescinded by McDonald's. They're like, we're not working with Twitch, so like I had inadvertently like canceled the bag for some people.
So you're obviously talking about this with as a good sport and with
yeah. Look, I made a mistake and I owned up to it. I got exactly 0 sponsorships from that year. It cost me so much money, but like. Look, you have one big mess up in 13 years, and I've done probably more brand deals than a lot of people. What else you want me to do? It was a bad mistake.
Just Incredible says we wish we had the clips, but I was going to save that for the Jericho roast, which will be coming up in a few years.
I already had a roast.
When we do a retrospective of your career and just absolutely eviscerate you.
I know. I need to have like a full exit so I can go live in like Maui or something.
CVS thighs looking MF.
Literally. It was tough.
Well, that's pretty painful. Now, anything else that comes to mind? Like, look, you're live so many hours of the day. Mm-hmm. I mean, and I got to be honest with you. I have such an immense respect for you, and this is like not just because I'm on camera and it sounds better to say nice things about you. You are just actually just naturally funny and can talk and be entertaining. People who do short form have the benefit of editing and angles and clips.
Yeah.
You being able to just do that for 10 plus hours a day. I mean, surely things come up where you're like, oh boy, that was a stinker.
Yeah.
Like me doing 10 minutes of jokes.
Yeah, but that, like, you set yourself up for that. But like, I mean, of course, there's a bunch of like little stuff. Like I broke recently an entire like 1-to-1 gravity hammer from Halo replica, styrofoam box, everything. Because I decided to like just fuck around and step inside of it during an activation and just put my foot straight through it. And like the set design guy was there, and you could hear just crunch. And I looked over and I was like, aha, just kidding. And I put it down. I sat down and I look over. The set designer guy is just looking at like this. And I'm just like, listen, I understand I made a mistake, but yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's no way you're around it.
But it's so damn funny.
It was so good.
Oh my God. Pad Parasha says, I don't know, his brain rot gets pretty strong sometimes though.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, Just Incredible says, when you broke your elbow though?
Yeah, I know. It's healed super weird. It's like very sensitive and very pointy now. Yeah, I slid down. This was recent. It was like 6 months ago. I was running downstairs and I was holding 2 glasses of like empty water, and I was about to go play. It was the day after my birthday, St. Patrick's Day. I hadn't even had drinks yet.
Why is this funny and you haven't even?
It's not funny. I was physically injured.
Just the way you're setting this up, like 2 glasses of empty water.
Oh yeah, I could have died. That's what the funny part was. So I slipped in my socks down the stairs, and I fell and landed fully on my elbow. So it split like on my elbow, like literally looked like a plus sign on there. It was one of the most gross things ever. And so I'm like, haha, yo, what up, Noah? We got Kill Script in here.
What's up, Kill Script?
Oh yeah, so he was in there and he was like, yo, you should go get some water. And I was like, you know what, I should. Ran out and you can hear, I have a 40 or a negative 32 decibel noise gate on my mic. You know, I'm a loud dude. You can hear me fall 40 feet away down the stairs, so you know it was loud. And I laid there for a minute because I was like just trying to be like, all right, my feet move, I think I'm all right. And there was like blood. It was so gross. So I was in my head, I was like, yeah, I don't want to look at it. I walked up there and everybody's like, you look really pale. And I'm like, I'm fine. Sat down and I was like, I'm gonna play Tarkov. I'm gonna play a video game anyways. Like, it'll be fine. And then like I moved it and chat saw, I didn't see it. Like they saw my elbow and luckily we have some doctors that are not allowed to give medical advice, but have been trained and are actual doctors that are mods here. And one was like, I can't give you legal advice, but I would probably go to the ER with that one.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah,
okay.
So I walked to the ER, which was bad because you should have gone to an urgent med. I live in downtown. Don't go to downtown ER and expect on St. Patrick's Day expect service. So I was there for 8 hours.
Zelik says it was Noah's fault. Tom Kills Jerry says, Empty Water is my new side project EP coming soon.
Empty Water? Yeah, that sounds good.
Omega Adamant says he looked like death. No, yeah. I mean, well, that's pretty...
I went back and I watched the clip and I had to delete. Like, I have some photos of it that I sent Kaylee because she was at work or whatever, and she was like, do you need help? I'll come over, sew it up, because she's a vet. And I was like, no, you're not going to do that. That's what they did. She could have come sutured me up. Ooh. But like I sent photos and sometimes I'll scroll through my phone and it'll pop up and I get queasy. It's gross. It's so nasty.
Oh man, everyone in here who watches your streams, they just know all these things. The scooter incident, I know the scooter. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of, the Empty Water Drop project is just, we're just gonna keep going with that. Water drop, just think, if you ever empty water. And you could just be like, hey, we're dropping this.
Yeah.
Just think about it. Tooth incident. There's just a lot of incidents. I mean, you've been
couch bowl.
Your life has been on display for like
too long. I know. It's like everybody's like, man, I had this one cringy Facebook post that I reread when it popped up on my memories. I'm like, cool. I have 10-minute long videos every day for just like my entire life. So pick one. It's gonna be bad. There's some things in there that nobody needed to know.
All right, let's end this with a good stream thing.
Okay.
This is one of my personal favorites. It's very impressive. Can we pull this up? This is your anime opening.
Oh, it's so good.
And a lot of people who know your streams know this, a lot of the characters, a lot of the imagery in this. So let's fire it up when you're ready.
All hand drawn, all hand animated.
This is insane. Can we full screen this for a sec?
Yeah, throw it up.
Restart.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, dude. If you actually look at this, not only is it one of the most incredibly animated intros for like a general anime, but the level of detail to not just like memes, but specific, I'm talking 5-year-old memes and things that are just like side little tangents that I have in my stream. This man, I believe he's Croatian. It took him 2 years to do this.
Holy shit.
I literally said, hey, I'll give somebody $1,000 to make a 30-second anime intro. He sent me 3 hand-drawn like screen images from this, like from that exact thing. And he was like, yo, I'm working on it. And I was like, cool. And I hit him up every 6 months and I was like, what's up? And he's like, yeah, my computer died, all this stuff. And I mean, it is absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, there's Cheney, you got me, Rob, there's my like
Halloween costume.
Yeah, my Halloween costume. That's like Tom, my old roommate, Rob. Like, it is one of the most in-depth things anybody has ever made for me, and I still watch it. Like in general, just to slow pick it. He has like my computer background for 3 frames that I used from like an old Cyberpunk thing that he has like inputted a clip from Death Stranding using an old sponsor of mine, and I'm just like, damn. And it's all 30 FPS.
Kaka Condor says it was wild when he finally came into the chat and said, anime intro's done, check DMs.
That's it. That's all he said. He said his name's Andrew SS. He doesn't use his Instagram or his Twitter at all. I was like, how do you want me to promote this? You literally have a talent that is like sought after by millions of people. And he goes, no, I'm good. And he's like, you got the $1,000? And I was like, I gave him like $3,000 for it, right? Because I was like, this is literally infinitely better than I could ever hope for. 90 seconds. And he was like, oh yeah, that's really cool. Thanks, man. And I'm like, you're so nonchalant about this.
That's better than most studios would get for their anime.
It is.
Netflix is, you just made them blush.
I know. Truly, but the thing that was more special than anything is not just how good it was, but there was, if you had asked me to sit down and write a storyboard with the most in-depth and detail of how I could possibly tie in all of my personal jokes and things that even I wouldn't have thought of, like it was made by a very talented fan and a longtime viewer, which makes it so much more special than commissioning somebody to do it. It's incredible. And so I have like a 45-minute breakdown of the video, of me going through it. It's only 90 seconds.
This is what happens when you have like well over 13, how long have you been streaming?
13 years.
13 years of your life of material every day.
Very
lot. I mean, that's got to be an awesome thing, though, just for like in the future when you got kids and you just
I have many copies and No,
that's perfect.
Very blessed.
Well, I literally could talk to you. We only got through like 3 topics, dude. Usually we go through more, but I mean.
I'm a chatterbox, I'm sorry.
No, I love it. This is what we all came here for. This is awesome. We are going to take your calls now in our Discord. Hit that command Discord. If you're subscribed, jump in the voice chat for subscribers in the lounge. The voice chats for subscribers. We will pull you on one by one.
Yes.
And Tucker's going to give you some life advice if you need some.
Yeah. Legally, don't take any of this advice, but also like if you do, that's cool.
Yeah. But also, keep it chill. I know some of y'all are some sick puppies, so let's keep it chill.
Like nothing your mom wouldn't want to hear. I will say, what I think is a good response, but like don't come in here and ask like, hey man, like where do I bury the body? I cannot be accomplice for your murders or whatever.
Omni Boy says sick puppies indeed. My dad would always say, yeah, he's a sick puppy. We call it SPS, sick puppy syndrome. A lot of people are patients here in the chat,
sick puppy syndrome
on Twitch every day. But we're gonna take a quick break and we will be right back with Jericho's bad life advice. Let's go. All right, we're back. We are back. I don't know, we haven't really done subscribers here in a while, so why don't we just take callers here from general? We're gonna open it up to anyone who's willing to call in right now. Let's just give you guys a second to do that. Hit that command, Discord. On the left, there is the general voice chat. We are going to take callers. You're going to be here live on this show from the general voice chat right now. If you want to talk to Tucker,
Life advice.
if not, we're just not going to talk to anyone.
If not, we won't talk to anyone, and we'll bring up more of the topics that we didn't get to. But listen, this is free, you know.
This is the freest thing here on the website. Evan, can you pull up the game thing? Bad life advice.
Look at that. We have a lower third and everything. It's only bad if it's in parentheses because it's not confirmed bad.
I'm just saying, if you guys want to come in here and get in the general voice chat. Oh, there's one right there. There's someone a subscriber actually. Yash Bansal. We're going to bring him in right now for life advice. Yash. Calling in from Australia. Now, there is a 2-second delay. Just want to let you guys know. Yash, what's up?
Not much, bro. How you doing?
Good, man. Good. And you're going to want to talk into this laptop, probably. What's up, dude? What's going on?
Not much. I was actually having lunch. I'm at work, so I'm kind of on a break. So I was like, you know, let's say what's up to Jericho, you know.
How you doing, man?
Am I asking him a question, or is he just giving me random life advice?
I'm not gonna give you random. I'm not a fortune cookie.
You gotta ask him a question. Ask him, what's going on?
Yeah,
I mean, you're in Australia.
I need a direction to give you advice.
Shit, I gotta come up with something. I don't even know, man. Okay.
Well, I mean, did a dingo eat your baby, or is that we can't do?
You can't. No, we don't do that. All right, brother. Listen, all right, you know,
dingo eat my baby?
Yeah, no, all right.
I don't have a baby, so I'm good. I'm good at the moment.
Okay.
So apparently he has it all together and doesn't need advice, says Omega.
Well.
Josh, come on. Someone had to have pissed you off recently.
Right now. Maybe give me advice. Okay, wait. Give me advice on like how to be like, you know, kind of come up with stuff on the go.
Yeah. How do it?
I am very socially awkward.
This is some really. My boy's getting. It's been like 3 minutes, and you're like, all right, man, I need advice on how to come up with stuff on the go. Yeah, that's fair. Actually, this is really important. See, when you're put on the spot, right? One thing that's gonna help you out is you need to have a couple break in case of emergency things, right? Because like, if you're put on the spot again in the future, you want to be able to have something prepared, right? So always have 3 topics of discussion to bring up if anybody is like, if there's a dead conversation, if you're not sure what's going on, right?
Okay.
So the topics of conversation should never be like weather or anything like that. They need to be very jarring, so you immediately elicit a response.
Dude, weather is amazing.
No, weather sucks.
Weather's too plain.
Yeah, weather's too plain. You need to literally go for the throat and say, what is your preferred funeral? Or like if you had to, and somebody's got a gun to your head, which one of your family members is not going to make it? You have to throw them out into like a weird scenario where they're forced to either reply or feel like they're the awkward one.
That's pretty good advice.
Wait,
Josh.
how many types of funerals are there?
A lot. You can also get cremated, which we were talking about before the stream started, which is to be a very adventurous way.
Right, do you want to be turned into a tree? They can burn you, put you into a tree pot, and then they bury you, and then you get born into a tree. You can be put into the CO2 cannons like Tiesto's Superfan at Creamfields. You could be poured on the stage at a German festival. Whatever there is, there's a lot of ways you could do it. And so this is a
that's
conversation.
the way to go.
Yeah, see? Now you have topics.
All right, there you go. That is Yash. You got to come more correct next time. You're a subscriber, man. Australia, we love
fantastic.
You. All right, we'll talk to you soon.
I'm having lunch, but
Okay,
you know,
don't say the dingo baby thing anymore. Don't do that?
Yeah, no
Okay.
more.
All right, sorry.
Thank you, Yash.
Okay, so should we do Ches Puff or Yeti?
Ches Puff or Yeti? Yeah, you put Ches in.
All right. Ches Puff, you're in here, Ches Puff. What is up? There is a 2-second delay, just a heads up. What's up?
Oh, I'm urinating.
Ches Puff.
Did
I see your mic active.
Ches is one of the people that helps run our like Counter-Strike tournaments every weekend. So the fact that he broke it is pretty depressing.
He broke it?
Well, he says I broke.
All right, we're putting you back in the waiting room. Yeti, you're up. Yeti, what is going on?
Hey,
What up?
not much. Thank you. Shout out Tucker.
Yes.
What is your favorite anime?
Oh,
here we go.
Listen, all right, I haven't updated my anime list in a while because here's the thing. What I've realized is I used to watch a lot of depraved anime that were like solely suited for lonely boys. Now that
You're not lonely anymore. Your
now
life
I'm
is
not
great.
Yeah, I've
Your
got
life
a
is awesome.
girlfriend and she's making me watch awful anime.
Slice of life, right?
No,
Oh.
Slice of Life is what I used to watch. She's making me watch horror anime, and it's like
Oh, okay.
not what I'm used to. Okay, my favorite anime is probably one of these three. Haikyuu.
That, in the
Okay.
chat already, right there.
It's volleyball, but like you don't have to give a shit about volleyball. It is just a wholesome, competitive. If you played sports, you love it. I'm a huge Hunter x Hunter fan. I think it's probably the best character development out there. And then I think Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is probably, those are my top three. Food Wars is a close fourth, you know?
Absolutely. Yeti, what do you think about that list right there? You watching anything?
I mean, I've seen all of those, but I don't know. I don't know what to rank. I loved my favorite's probably Vinland Saga. It's definitely up there. I enjoyed the hell out of that.
Yeah, we got season 2 of Vinland Saga coming out. They just put out a trailer for it, which is sick. I think I'm gonna watch that one on. We did a little watch party on Twitch with
Nice.
my friend JP, who had never seen it before, and my friend Dodger, who had seen it and read the manga and all that stuff. That's for nerds. I don't read. I can't read, especially not in another
Those
language.
are for nerds. We're not nerds.
Yeah, I'm not a nerd. Are you
We're
kidding
not
me?
on the Fortnite website.
No.
But you know, I really recommend the Evangelion
Rewatching it?
No,
Oh.
the rebuild films. Yeah,
Oh.
they're actually all on Amazon Prime. I know I say this all the time, but yeah.
You're a big Evangelion fan, and I am as I like the show. I don't think I've watched all of the films, so maybe that's my next up.
Well, you know, I think just what the original show is only 26 episodes. Clearly lose their budget by the end of it. Got canceled, and then they made a movie that's really good, Death of Evangelion. But you know, that original run is its own thing, and then the new movies are like a little bit more rewarding sort of payoff for the fans. I would argue.
Yeah.
V-Base says Prince of Fools rebuilds were great. I watched all 4 of them back to back with like multiple pizzas. We're not nerds.
Chad, you literally
We're not nerds.
has like an Akira bike jacket. You're
That's
such
true.
a nerd.
Yeah, I love it. Well, I've been watching anime since it was Japanimation, right? Evan, do you ever watch any anime?
Like cartoons?
Yes.
You watch cartoons,
Yeah, I watch cartoons.
not anime?
Like cartoons.
Yeah, like cartoons.
Two Stupid Dogs?
Well, that's an American anime.
Oh.
That's telling people SpongeBob's American anime makes people so mad. They're like, I don't know what you mean. I'm like, bro.
Yeti, do you want to say anything else before we jump?
No, I just appreciate you guys taking my call. Thank you.
Thank you, Yeti.
Love you.
Love you. Kisses.
Take care.
Mwah.
Mwah. All right, Condor, we had to do it.
The boy.
We had to do it. Condor, you are in here. I've never talked to you before. What is up? Erica also says she knows you watched Boondocks, Evan. That's American anime.
That's an anime?
That's American anime.
Yeah, Boondocks.
That and
Boondocks.
Samurai Jack
Yeah.
are like literally American anime.
I mean, Samurai Shampoo and
Yeah.
well, actually Samurai Jack. They brought that back.
Afro
and it was
Samurai.
trash.
Kaka, can you hear us? Can you speak?
I always knew he was. A mute. I knew he was a mute.
All right, putting you back in the weight room. Okay, Jeremy or Boob?
I have a Jeremy or Boob. There's a guy named Boob.
Boob. Boob. We're putting Boob in here. Boob, you're live. Just don't show the nipple. We're on Twitch, so just only Boob.
Yo, can you hear me? I'm on Twitch. My voice is on Twitch.
Yes.
First time caller.
Yeah, seriously. What's up?
Yeah, what's up, guys? Boob. My name is Bobby. I don't know why or when Boob came on, but first and foremost, just wanted to let you guys know how much I appreciate all the content / music / shows you guys have done. B&L when I lived in LA was such a godsend for me to have like a $20 show Friday night, Saturday night. Not going to go pay for bars. I can go to a sick show for the price of a drink. And
Well, we
just really
appreciate you
appreciate
so
that.
much
And you
for the
guys are
support.
obviously there for the music and for the people. And,
Man.
you know,
Definitely.
similar thing for Jericho too, you know, chat interacting with your fans. And it's just really cool. I don't really have any questions or topics, but I just wanted to let you know how much I appreciate everything you guys have done. And the hard work does not go unnoticed. And just really happy for you guys, especially, you know, Jericho seeing your repeated work with all of these artists that are on the come up. I think it's a testament to you and your hard work and your personality to, you know, have that repertoire of artists that you've been working with. And it's just awesome. I'm happy for you guys. Obviously, I don't know you, but
Hey, Boob, you're
you
really
know,
sweet.
it's
We
really
really
cool to see for you
appreciate
guys.
that, Boob. Thank
This
you.
man Boob coming in with the
Woo!
nicest
Let's get a
thing
round of
anybody
applause
ever
for that.
said. What a guy.
Boob,
Thank you,
we
Boob.
love you.
Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
get out of here, Boob.
All right, ask a
Yeah.
question
Too
next
nice. Chaz Puff coming in. Chaz Puff. Boo, by the way, we're just kidding. We love you. But Chaz Puff, did you get it working?
That's that Midwest.
Yeah, I turned the PC off
Oh.
and back on again.
We're good. We're gaming. I can hear
You
you.
can hear him.
It's rural Canada.
Rural Canada. Jose, can we turn that up a little
Rural
bit?
Canada internet.
Hold
All right.
on 1 second.
What's up, brother?
All right, go ahead, Chaz.
I got a question for Jericho because I know he's been on a bagel kick lately. What is your
Bagels?
preferred style of bagel? Because LA bagels aren't a thing.
Yeah. LA bagels
We
aren't a
got
thing.
Montreal bagels and New York bagels.
Yeah, so New York and Montreal bagels is a hot topic, but I don't think that it's got the level of debate that we have oftentimes with pizza, right? The New York slice, the Chicago deep dish, the Detroit square, right? Everybody has their own idea of what a good pizza is. But bagels, there's Montreal, which is like a little bit of thinner, like a little bit thinner and like bigger, like wider middle, and then you have New York
denser.
bagels. Yeah, it's denser too. New York bagels are the better bagel. I want an all-purpose, all-terrain, rugged bagel that's good for eating raw, with schmear, with sando. It needs to be supportive.
Versatile.
Yeah, a versatile
But
REI bagel.
This is what we were
Okay,
talking
but
about. I feel like
But what's
Go ahead, Chaz.
what's the difference then between like a New York style bagel and like a sweet roll, right? They're both fluffy. They're both I think they fill the same role, whereas the Montreal bagel has its own role that it fills, and nothing else can fill that role.
Yeah, I don't want it to. I don't. That's just weird. Like making an entire, like being proud that you fill a slat that doesn't get filled doesn't make sense to me. You know, like that's like why do we need open face sandwiches?
No, it's unique.
Like
It's having its own identity.
I don't care about its identity. I care about whether or not it's a good bagel that I can use across different things. Like the whole point is that I want a heavily seasoned bread product that I can use with cream cheese or with meat. You can't do that with a Montreal bagel. You might as well get an inner tube and fucking season
Sure
that
you
with
can.
everything seasoning, you know?
Okay. Can we all agree though that everything bagels are goated?
At least
Like,
it
is
would
that
have
the
some
best
texture
bagel?
and flavor to it.
Yeah, I don't care. All right, listen, New York bagels are the best ones, all right? And I'm glad that Montreal exists, and it's like, that's fine and all. But like, we all have our preferences, and the real answer is whichever bagel is fresher and better made.
Excellent. Chaz, we do appreciate you bringing this topic to light because you really got him riled up. But we love you, Chaz. Take care.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
I feel like we always bring up New York bagels on this show. I feel like every episode of New York Bagel is brought up. Is it the water? This is what we keep, is it everyone in New York says it's the difference in the water is why the bagel is better.
No, it's quite literally the way that every bagel is made is the same, okay? The only difference here is how thin you're rolling and how wide you're making that hole. So like New York bagel, you're just taking it. It's about like 2.5 ounces of dough, and you're linking the hands and you're rolling it twice, and you're throwing it in barley malt syrup, infused water with some baking soda. Montreal's the same way. It's just they boil it a little bit longer so it's even squeakier, and they make them real thin. And I just think that like at that point, like it's just unnecessary. I think that I would prefer. How am I supposed to eat it when it's 80% whole?
Well, Chaz says no. Montreal bagels are boiled in honey water.
Yeah, so they don't use barley malt, which is like the whole fucking point of a bagel. Like if I wanted honey, like it's not that doesn't make sense. This is why it's different, and it's like I don't know.
Minty says, "Damn, I really wish I knew how to change my name off of Boob before that." No, we loved Boob.
I like Boob.
Welcome to Bagels Suck with Chad and Tuck.
I think
bagels rule.
As long as you're aggressively against like the Thomas, Sara Lee bagels that you get at the grocery store, then I'm like on your team. You know?
But like this chat gets so fired up when we talk about food. Like it's unbelievable.
It's like the only identity any of us have.
That's true. So we're gonna take one more. Let's go with Seeds. I trust Seeds. I don't think I've ever talked to Seeds personally, so yeah, like we got sesame seeds in here.
Hello?
Bagels. What's up, Seeds?
What is going on, y'all? How are y'all doing today?
Good.
Great, fantastic.
Sounds like you're about to intro a YouTube
Sounds like
video.
you have like an actual.
Fantastic. Oh, I mean, it might be. It's probably running through something, but you know what? If it's working, it's working. Chad, just want to say you're looking fine today. Edvin, thank you for fighting the good fight. Jericho, it's an absolute pleasure. It is an absolute pleasure.
This man is stroking our ego. You better roast us now.
No, you got to come with a question.
Daniel in the chat, what's up? Love you. Thank you for tuning in.
I don't have many roasts.
Okay.
I don't have any roasts. However, I do have a pretty serious question for Jericho.
Please.
So, as a young content creator myself, recently, I feel like I've been going through immense brain rot. So my question to you is, as a seasoned veteran of content, a content demon, so to say, how do you fight the brain rot?
A content pariah, if you will.
I'm so much dumber now. Like, I mean, what do you want from me?
Esma says Tucker can't help with this. LOL.
I can't. I've talked about this. Like, I am actively dumber now than I was when I first started streaming because I have to be inundated by chat lines of text. Like, it'd be like saying, imagine speaking English, but the only time you're speaking it is with babies. Right? So now your conversation is not like eloquent, it's Google Gaga, right? That's what every sentence I'm reading is like English as a second language or like somebody like using slang. And I sat down and I tried to read a real book and it took me like 9 times to get through one paragraph because it's like, it's really, truly tough.
I gotta say one thing. You were like, I like watching anime because I actually get to read. And I was like, what? But it's true. Like, that's probably the most intelligent reading you do all day.
Yeah. No, I'm serious. Like, I am dyslexic, so it's hard. But I mean, truthfully, you cannot get rid of the brain rot because you're subjecting yourself to other people yelling strings of text at you that don't even have to do with what you're talking about. So it's like training your brain to just field questions from a room full of 4th graders.
Well, Seeds, I mean, that sounded pretty good, right? Like, that's good advice.
I don't know. I think that's. I didn't even answer a question.
That's
you're
pretty
screwed.
phenomenal. That is such phenomenal advice.
Give him something to walk away with. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. I would just say that you should, for every hour you spend reading Twitch chat, you should spend another hour reading like Old English or something. So you have
Moby
to
Dick.
like,
I mean, that's challenging.
Beautiful.
Read 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Shakespearean text.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
That's yay old English, right?
I think
Esma says Tucker yelled at a
Ye
viewer
olde
earlier
English.
because he thought he had the right gamba. Ha ha ha.
yeah, I did do that, but that doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about.
Shakespeare is Middle English. There we go. Not ye old. Thank you. Well, hey, so sometimes people actually come through with real facts here in the chat. That person used a first-time chat to correct me.
That's great. I hope they find something better to do with their lives. Like,
dude, this ranch
Middle
water is
English.
hitting.
It's not. It's just
ranch water. I love it. It's great.
Middle English.
It's good. Seeds, we love you. You're a very
Yes,
very
thank you.
sweet person. You shouldn't have called in. All right,
Beautiful.
let's take one more. Why not? We can. You've done 4-hour podcasts. We can keep you here over by like 15 minutes, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
true.
Jezza. It's Jezza. Jezza, you're in. Welcome. Jezza, are you there?
Yo, hi.
What up?
My question was, what's the best way to like throw a rave or something without getting in trouble or thrashing your house?
This is a good question.
To throw a rave
Without trashing your own home. He's just asking, like, how do I source a venue that isn't my parents' place? I mean, that's a good question. First step, don't do it in your own home. That's probably
Wasn't there that classic YouTube video of the Australian dude who threw the house party and it was
Oh,
on the news?
yeah,
It's
and
like
he
one
was
of the
like-
oldest YouTube videos.
Yeah, I'm a badass. I don't care. Yeah, and he was like wearing like a shirt, like a button-down shirt with no t-shirt and glasses. And he was like, yeah, fuck it, I don't care. Yeah, he was legendary.
I guess you could be like him.
No, I think the real answer here is, especially if you're in Australia or New Zealand, is you got to find a cornfield or like a field. Like really 2 things. You need a generator, you need 2 speaker stacks, and a field. If you can find a friend or somebody who has a field, you're pretty much set for 90% of your parties. Like that's where we did all of our field parties, was just like a bunch of pickup trucks and some Bluetooth speakers
Right,
out there.
that's
Yeah.
the East Coast.
Yeah.
Now I'll tell you about a house party in LA. When I was in high school, senior year, there was a girl who was like a grade or 2 younger than me. This is at the height of MySpace, just to age myself. And she posted like a cool, chill kickback at like my parents' house. They're out of town, you know, BYOB, come through. She's like 16 years old. Well, the flyer leaked to everywhere on MySpace. So like 1,000 people showed up at her house in Encino, her parents' house, and just was like just flooding out of the house, right?
Yeah.
And so a helicopter came and an entire SWAT team, and kids just started running out of the house. People were getting arrested. Good fun. So
Yeah, that's
you can
great.
actually hear a helicopter over the studio right now.
They're here for us. We've been making too much noise.
But that was a real life Project X moment. So I will tell you, the look on her face of just sheer horror and sadness. Don't go there.
You cannot convince 10 people easily to get out of your house. Think
Oh.
about how you try and wrangle your friends to go somewhere. Now try and do that with 300 people that don't want to leave. It's not going to be fun. Never throw a party at your own place. Throw parties at other people's places.
In a field. All right. Was that good, Jezza? Just gonna hope that was good.
Yeah, it was good. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that was great. Cheers.
I love
Sorry.
Halfway across the
All
world,
right,
Phoenix
I
delay.
cut Jezza off right in the middle. My bad. Whose idea said he's doing it right now?
Yeah, he's
getting
actually
the
calling
field
from the
ready.
bathroom. He's like, guys, how would you kick people out of the party?
All right, last call real quick. Dupford, you're in here.
Yo,
Yo.
what's
real
up?
quick.
How y'all doing?
Good. Real quick, one for Jericho before we go.
The food from Shitty Cooking you've actually made for your family.
Oh, that's actually a good one. I've never been asked that. So
All right, I'm gonna take Dupford out. Dupford, appreciate you.
yeah, thank you.
All right,
So
go ahead.
food for shitty cooking that I made for my family. I made balsamic and pancetta oven roasted Brussels sprouts for Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
However, which is a pretty easy thing. You just cut them up and you put them in there. What I did not account for was the fact that my parents were going, or my extended family was going to be using that oven for like chicken, turkey, whatever the hell. So I put them in there and they kept changing the temperature and stuff. And it basically came out with the soggiest, most gray thing ever. And my entire family pity ate them in front of me. And it made me so mad because I told them 7 times, I was like, I'm throwing them out. Mom's like, no, you worked so hard on them. I'm like, I didn't. I put them in the oven and y'all mess with the temperature. It was awful.
But doesn't that mean that they love you so much?
I don't want people to fake their love for me, all right? If they love me, they would tell me to their face, it's nasty and I'm throwing it out. But they didn't.
You
They
could have
lied
said
to
at
me.
least they ate it.
Ugh, yeah.
Daniel says messing with the temp, big yikes, but just be real. Being real is love.
Be real, and I cannot wait for them to eat my bagels because I'm proud of those. I make good bagels.
There was some good advice there, right? And
Yeah.
a lot of just non-advice. I don't know necessarily any bad
I don't want to be
advice.
legally held accountable for somebody's like awful decisions. So
No one really came with like any true dilemmas though. I
Thank
think
God.
a lot of you sound like you're doing okay.
which is good.
Just like you mentioned those chicken nuggets the other day.
Yeah, those were nasty.
Kaka Condor, what's some recipes you made for your family? Be real.
Yeah, be real.
Bro,
as well.
I'll eat your bagel with a wink. All right, Daniel.
All right, settle down, Daniel.
That's just, yeah, that's, I mean,
We're
that's
done.
bad. All right, well, we can take down the game portion right there. We're done with that. Thank you, Tucker. That was, I wish it could have been 4 hours.
I don't. I'm glad it's not 4 hours. This
Okay.
was not that it was a bad thing. I'm just saying that I don't need 4-hour podcasts every time.
No,
I do
I'm just, this was great. This was more
perfect amount of
than
time.
we'd even asked you for. Thank you so much. A bunch of people are asking more questions in here. That was it. You're going to have to ask him on his stream every day on Twitch at Jericho. We have a musical, we always end this show usually with a community feature, but we've been having more musicians or music adjacent
I hate
people.
the community. Play my music.
We are going to play music on your label right now.
Good.
Good.
That's what I was hoping for.
Is there anything else that you want to say before?
No, you guys are always great. If you guys are ever make it out to LA and you have not experienced a Brownies, or if you've been to a Brownies and you've never experienced the D&B&L, very rare opportunity to be at the forefront of all things music culture, and a great way to experience music that you're probably not going to hear at any other like festivals or whatever. So make a pilgrimage. San Francisco, Seattle, Denver sometimes.
Sure.
Maybe New York.
New York, and get a bagel while you're in New York.
Right. And then go across to Montreal and speak French to them because they won't reply otherwise.
Well, we appreciate it. What a good trained guest to come in here and then plug us. I mean, that's just unbelievable.
Listen, we've been around the block.
Evan, thank you so much for co-hosting. Jose.
Thank you, Evan.
Evan.
No, thank you guys for teaching me what anime was.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wait until I teach you what hentai is.
Uh-oh. That's for the night mode after
That's
party.
like chicken anime, right?
That's for the real after hours with vowels. Jose, thank you for running everything as usual. What's the song we're going to play today from the release coming out on Friday?
It's a wee little song called the Noctu Star VIP. First VIP.
Evan, can we get that art?
Yeah, we're going to put out, look, man, it's just a fun little 2-minute banger. The people wanted it. We had no plans on putting it out, but listen, there's a little bit of funk in there, a little bit of fun. It's just just a little whipped cream on the top.
Perfect. Well, enjoy this awesome VIP flip that's been making the rounds. Shout out Jericho. Thank you again for joining us. Night mode all day, every day. And come to a show soon. He sold it. You know, we're gonna be doing something together. We'll be in the Bay Area in 2 weekends with Room 202, Knock 2. This is Dash Star VIP. We'll see you later. Let me just make sure that I have this song queued up, and we do. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
To another flow. What you want? Tell me where to go, what to do. To another flow.